AJ Dillon was RB25 last year, 186 rush attempts, 770 yards, 7 touchdowns, 28 receptions, 43 targets, 206 yards, 0 touchdowns through the air. Thoughts on AJ Dillon?
In that, 10 to 12. I think his high was 18. He did that twice last year in terms of carries. Not going to get you a ton of work through the air, as we saw there. So I think he's an RB3 candidate, a guy that I guess in a flex spot, maybe, or if you're getting just pummeled in the running back room. He's a guy that you can get if you miss out on some of your big names if you're going with a very weird strategy. But I think RB3 is a very safe position for him. I don't know that his ceiling is much higher, and I don't know that his floor is much lower than that. So RB3 feels right about where we're going to see AJ Dillon finish.
Disagree with that really at all. I'm just not necessarily a fan of where AJ Dillon is going to be. You're kind of coming off the board and kind of falling there. And I think there's honestly a lot of guys I'd rather kind of go with and take my shot on over an AJ Dillon. He's coming off the board at RB33, right? Pick 83, 82 type of range overall. So you're talking, what is that, 7th round type of deal? Like that puts you kind of almost in that dead zone for running backs, especially. And I'd rather be taking the shot on some guys that potentially could go with higher upside, like wide receiver or a tight end, right? Like Treylon Burks going kind of in that same range. I'd rather go with a Treylon Burks. I'd rather go with a Jahan Dotson, and the potential upside that we saw there. George Pickens, Evan Ingram. I'd rather go with Jamal Williams over AJ Dillon.